Other issues that I had to come up, is the rental ordinance for the property located at the old outlet mall. So in order for us to lease that, we have to do an ordinance and then we sign the lease. That's what that's what the storage everything. The next item that I have on here, for discussion is the police department comp time, in which Chief Armstrong has requested basically that we can pay them for the comp time because it's getting toward the end of the year and we got folks having to use these and all that. And she has told me that the funds are available and her to do that. And is that pretty much the case?
Yes, sir.
Eliminate the comp time. Got an issue on here. And it's truck parking at the old outlet mall. We got tires and trash and everything out there. And, you know, my proposal is to give them notification in 30 days in which to get that cleaned up. And if they don't, we put a case. This council is going to be in agreement with that. The next item that came up is with Miss Melanie Smith. She has completed her 1-year term, coming off probation, as recommended. She did 1 step favor. Yeah, I had the issue come up here from this Leslie thing. It goes back to Dodge. She had requested a dumpster. There's open sign.
Yes.
Back in November of 2022.
Mhm.
The public has just delivered that dumpster.
But she's been paying this
She's been charged for it ever since then. And she has been up here and we have constantly been in contact with the public. And there's not, you might have explained, we tried, we sent emails and everything to Bible, but they did not move forward with putting the dumpster there. And
So the way it was explained to me is that Roger has to sign off on it before they actually deliver the dumpster. So I don't know what was the misconnect between there, but she has not had a dumpster since November 2022. And we've been reporting it since then. She just got the dumpster about a week ago.
for the public charge notice.
Mhm.
The layout, and we want to be funny. So, that
I
was-
said that, so
Uh,
I said that too.
Yeah, they should be responding, but as far as the city is concerned, we don't have a mechanism to go back to these, so.
We can only credit.
We can credit payment for that period of time.
Mhm.
Garbage is proven to be. It's kind of like sewage too, it's gonna be there, it keeps going up, it keeps going.
That's why the complaint about that all to,
You talk to your board member like this, that's me with them do that. There you go. So I ain't got no, I ain't used for that, like this, that, used to be half of the water is now at half. Now, every year you all voted to do an annual increase no matter what, every single year out with it. So we have to go. We just send it to you. That's fine. Fine. I don't think you're doing your constituents too well. Huh? They don't know complain to you, they don't want to start telling. Tell them, if it goes to one of them. I think it is, annual increase no matter what. Even in that subject also. I had, we got a phone call into concerning the board of equalization. And they were asking for a nominee to be placed on that board. I had no knowledge about board equalization, what we do, but I went back and did some research. And the information that they provided to us is that Mr. Aaron White was nominated and has been serving in that capacity. What the board of equalization does is that it works through the tax appraiser's office. Go back and look at equalizing all of the properties and everything. So they were looking for a fairly quick turnaround, so I had a chance to call and talk to Mr. White. He is willing to continue to serve in that position. I'm getting the council will consider that for approval. He's not a resident of Monroeville. No, but I thought we were representative of Monroe.
It's of the county.
Huh?
It's of the county.
I know it's in the county, but I'm talking about if they're asking for Monroe to have a representative, then Monroe should have a representative.
But the way it's worded, they asked for a representative from us, but they said within the county.
Yeah, I understand that, but yeah, there again too.
Do I have any suggestions?
Be short notice, no, but that's my only, I had no problem here when I did it, and I think it's good. But I mean, that's, if we have an opportunity to have a representative of Monroe on that board, even though it is for the county. I think we ought to have the opportunity to have a Monroe representative.
Says, how soon does she need this back?
He said as soon as possible.
Because they do that, right, that's what they're doing right now. They're looking at everything before tax time, they just sent the notices out. And, you got a claim, you sit here to talk to them, and they usually work in the city, they miss things, so that.
They used to live east.
They used to work in the city, he's now he lives in Mexico.
Yeah.
And like I said, I had no problem with him, I had no problem with that, and I understand what you're saying, but. That's just like when you got an opportunity to have a board member on the gas or water or sewage or anything like that, we need to have representative represent the road. If we can, but. if
They
we
got the
can't,
eligibility requirements up there. If y'all know anybody that fit them, you can get it to me for the end of this week, I guess.
His term's already expired, soon to be expired.
As soon will be expired. And that's why they call, I guess it somehow or another, they went back and the requirements, it says it provided section 40-3-2 Alabama 1975. Each nominee is a resident of this county, is a owner of taxable property located within this state, is a qualified voter within this county, and is otherwise well fitted for the duties of the office of which he is. It is understood further that no member of the board of equalization can hold employment or office of property with the United States, the state of Alabama, and county or other political subdivision of said state, or within county school board within this, or within this.
that eliminates all of us,
Mhm.
and that's fine, I mean.
So, because of when they called and they talked about, they made it sound so urgent, and I had no knowledge about it whatsoever, so that's why I had to reach back
And
and
that's the first time I remember it coming up to us.
The revenue. Over there, at the courthouse sent her to me to get the mayor to give a name.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, as far as long as I've been in the y'all have had.
Yeah, I don't know, we have seven. representatives. I'm glad we did.
Because if you don't have anybody else taking something, anything else in that direction.
like I said, we get that.
But I mean, that's, yeah, but I'm just, I think the judgment of that would be that we want to have somebody.
And like I say, if they told me that last week, they'll make them something. Now, if they call it, yeah, they say it's something possible.
Mhm.
I don't even know why they sent it to see. But that's, So I even tried to call Former Mayor Smith to ask her if she had had this come up.
I think she did say before Friday though. I think she did say before Friday. So if we're gonna do something.
Before this time.
Mhm.
I think it's probably the chief.
I mean, I know what he has been told, the question. Okay.
But that is, one of the items that I have, and I will bring it up and. So approve the bank accounts. Yeah, where he goes. Okay, see if there's anything else. For the session. Like this. Look through this. Pretty like this. I get done with it.
You wanna speak?
I can say it.
Mayor. Can Mr.
I
Scott,
tell you, hire 5 people here a while back, and you have you maintain the group.
Go turn some air on.
It's gonna get to it, but
We do have William Scott, who is here with us today. He has helped us manage our ARP funding and, we've been pretty successful with it so far. Mr. Scott.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to just personally just come and thank the council for giving us the opportunity, coming in to manage your American Rescue Plan fund. Y'all have really leveraged your funds to get a lot of things accomplished, compared to other municipalities across the state, your similar size. A lot of them did one single project. The return on investment on those funds, are very small, but what y'all did, because you actually helped with training programs, you helped with developing some 4 shovel-ready projects that could be possibly bringing hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in. You also did things to help your EDA, your Main Street downtown with your water bottle filters. So those things are geared towards tourism. So you put a lot of things in place. Yeah, you did the roof. You also paid back some debt you had. So you've actually did a lot of things to put you in a better position. And what we're doing now is working on closing everything out with the final expenditures that y'all have for billion and a few other things that need to be taken care of. And then what we're gonna do too is go through and do an audit of every expenditure and also every organization that you gave funds to. We're gonna make sure that all the documentation is in place. So when you do get ready to get an audit, everything will be in line. So we're gonna make sure we account for every single penny. If something is wrong, the organization does not have good accountability, we will come to the mayor and discuss with the councilman in executive session if there is any problems. But we feel like all the organizations you've given it to have did accordingly. So we don't see any problems, up front already. And then one thing I will tell y'all too is make sure that you continue to look through this guide that we gave y'all. If you don't have or anybody, if you misplaced one, we'll be glad to give you another one. And this just talks about funding resources. And then also has enough shovel-ready projects, other projects you may want to do. And we've been talking to the mayor about some other resources that's available that we also trying to explore. And we're also going to have some information to present to him so he can present to the council about a program that can come in and assess all of your streets, all of your sidewalks, all your some of your drainage issues, and have that data ready whenever a grant comes up. And that's something that you can be able to sit here and actually drive every street within the city. It's a new program that's available that has been pushed through the state, but we're working on that to get that to present to the mayor. But I just want to tell you, thank you. If any way we can be of assistance, don't hesitate to let us know. And we're going to finish and get everything wrapped up with a nice pretty bow around it. And then we'll have a final report that we'll submit to the mayor and council, just on every penny that was spent on the money. And in that way, whenever you get audited, we're gonna have a little black box that has everything that'll be given to the auditor that accounts for every penny from start to finish. And it's been a pleasure working with Ms. Hunt and working with all the rest of her team too, and working with each one of you. And any question you got for me? I forgot to ask that.
Talk about the dad.
Oh, yes. Well, we finally sealed a deal with a company that's gonna be working with us with the ID badges. And we're gonna be doing complimentary ID badges, part of your package that you have, that you'll get an ID badge with your picture on it and your official position. And then you also have a digital profile so that if you can pull it out, people can either tap their phone with it, or they can scan the QR code in the back, and it's gonna have your picture, your profile, for your official position. And the reason it took us a little longer to do it, we were trying to get it so that it could be a tool, if law enforcement needed to identify you also. Let's say if it's a storm, your state trooper got the roadblock, we wanna have something that they can scan, or they can call into to verify you in your official position. And the only way that, a person would have a badge, council member, mayor, clerk it'll be signed out by the mayor and the clerk. That way we have a closed system, and it's only authorized agents. And if there's something that y'all may want for your employees, other officials of the city or whatever, board members, like committee members or something, we can actually discuss that with you too and offer that to you as a service. But this is something we working with the league. So this is a closed system only for local government officials. So law enforcement has their badges, ID badges and everything. And we've been in conversation with them to see what things needed to be in place to help y'all. But this has a digital chip that you can just tap and share your information. And you're gonna be the first ones rolling out with it. Then we're doing a full launch with the whole state of Alabama later on this year. So it's gonna look good. We're gonna make sure too, we're gonna give Ms. Hunt details on how to take the picture, the quality you want. It can be taken with a professional photographer or iPhone against a white background or against one of these wall backgrounds. And then that way we're gonna have a nice clean background. You can be dressed either business casual or whatever tie you want, and that'll be your official ID badge. And that'll be also available for your digital profile. And we actually gonna have on your badge verified. So we actually, if anybody has any question about who you actually are, your credentials, they can actually fall into us and we can actually verify that you are who you say you are. So that was a feature that we wanted to add so we can verify that you are who you say you are, no matter who has a question about it. And this, along with your driver's license, can show that you're who you say you are, but this is your official title. So those two go together. Any other questions? Thank you.
Yeah, that ain't one of this, we plan money with the youth.
We've had a zero, ain't we?
Sir.
We're pretty close to zero, aren't we?
Yes, sir, you're getting there. Once you finish with that pavilion and a few other things, it's gonna be able to probably zero out. And then
And what is it? The big one.
Yeah.
Old ball. Microphone, old ball.
It ain't going nowhere, I know that.
They got a concrete around the bottom.
They drilled 32-inch holes 4 foot deep and took 2 loads of concrete.
It just blows in on, we never, it'll say that.
Well, he said those trucks are actually rated for, I think, 160 mile an hour wind.
that's good.
Now, they ain't count that now, only about 10 now.
Yeah.
And screws.
Yeah, what it is, right?
Okay, well, that's pretty much everything that, you know, there's a lot on here, but they take a whole lot of time. Councilman Foley, you have anything? Councilman Thomas, sorry. Councilman.
I just wanted to publicly thank the police department and the mayor for their efforts at lowering gun violence around here. We seem to have made some improvements and want to thank y'all for that. So, yes, on this too.
I echo your sentiments about one more than that the police department and told. That we appreciate everything that they did. We're echoing the sentiments. There's other places surrounding us got other issues, and right now we're doing good, even though we're short staffed. And, that your staff is there to the accumulation of some of that, compensatory time because, we had, investigators and, the chief and the captain, and some, everybody out working, keep things on the floor. Okay, Chief Black. Lieutenant. Mike.
Yes, sir, the paving project for next year, you know, are y'all gonna actually put the 350 in the budget for that? The reason I'm asking, we can take that 250 that we're getting from Rebuild Alabama and put it together, because they told me we could have, no matter how big our project is, whenever we get a signed contract, they're gonna cut us a check for the 250,000. But I can go ahead and start working on, you know, the project. So we can get it, if we go ahead and start working on it now, we hopefully get it bid out before the end of the year.
So we're gonna get last year.
They fix the stuff, hopefully in the next week or two. Hopefully. But it won't take them long to do this.
So that'll be,
The 2024 project.
okay, so we got the one that's going on at, Pointed Drive.
Yeah, so we got it, and then we got the regular paving project, which would be,
The regular paving project, which is coming out of this year's budget, which they have not started.
yes,
Okay. And so what we'll be looking at next year's budget is regular paving project plus rebuild Alabama.
yes,
Which is off the top of my head should be about 600,000.
yes. And if we go ahead and start working on it now, I'm hoping we can get it bid out. I'm hoping by the end of October, you know, 1st of November. And in that way, at least they get started by the first of the year.
Bring on.
Maybe we'll get more priority in more streets.
Yes, we have barbecue. It's named barbecue. We'll have barbecue there. Sunflower and Sunset Country Music Festival is going to be this Saturday from 7 to 10 is the actual concert, but everything will start kicking off at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We hope to see everybody there. It'll be a really big theater behind the museum.
That's not, you have anything?
What Michael was talking about, if y'all gonna put it in there, will y'all let me know how much revenue? Cause I need to know how much revenue that we're taking back into what you're talking about, how they're gonna reimburse that 250,000.
Yeah, they told us that as soon as we get, like, whenever they bid it out,
Mm-hmm.
and we get a signed contract with the contractor, the state will turn around and cut us a check right then, as soon as they see a copy of the signed contract.
Are y'all thinking about putting it in there? Or you want, so are y'all putting 350,000 or is that another number?
We had the money to do it. Yeah. But if we had finished, but.
Yeah.
But the objective right now is put 350,000 in, and then additional 250,000 that was going to rebuild Alabama. So, if you count that as revenues, that'd be like a total of 600,000.
Also too, the asphalt price, you know, diesel went back up and it's gonna go up more, so that's gonna change the price of asphalt.
When is the traffic circle happening?
Right now, they're looking at next year, right? Roundabout.
They got it right now, estimated to be it out next year, to let it forgive it. But now that's 100% paid, right?
Okay.
The state's taking care of all of it.
But yeah, there's gonna be a sign at that intersection. We're gonna keep somebody there, I'm afraid.
The way they're designing it, I've seen some of the design plans.
It's not as,
It's not gonna be a true roundabout. It's not gonna be a true roundabout. But what we're actually trying to accomplish is getting North Gulf Drive and Clausdale Road all separated. That's what we're trying to accomplish. And now we can't move Clausdale down the road, you know, to come out on 47 because site is coming up on 47. So we're gonna have to do something like that.
Don't say we too loud, they gonna, people blame on us. He say mistakes, I can get mistakes.
Oh, we got the bear crossing signs up there.
Yeah.
You know, protect the bear.
Yeah, that would be problem. No, we don't want to, no one to kill all.
No, I'm talking about it for the college. Cause they county.
No, we can't put one in.
The use.
Went from Eagles to Capital. Drag it out a little more.
Here,
450. And another one at 455.
Called up here, all that dust today.
I just started blowing it, and I looked and I said, what in the world is it? I didn't even hear brakes.
It was just,
Boom, yeah, and then piece of plastic flying down the road. I said, "Oh, yeah." I looked around the back of that truck, and they were still turning. I mean, I can't figure out how, what happened, where I was standing. You don't even know.
you know, I think one might have turned a little quick into the intersection and the other vehicle was coming up to.
It went up pretty good. I said, there was stuff flying down the road, coming my direction then.
I heard it, I was in the office.
It didn't take you long to be there. I said, we fixed to go in and call, and I saw one of them go out cell phone, and then you got followed up. So, yeah, she just left. I said, you didn't miss it, count. This is the side of that. And a pretty good little wreck right here.
That's the field layout. So they coordinate them, so they go be trees all night. Some trees. They just come in one day.
Or multi-vehicle.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna look in.
I get initial calls on that.
Yeah, I can't have them look in kind of way.
Luckily, it kind of wasn't bad.
Yeah, so.
But I think once it made impact,
Yeah,
it had to accelerate and max and then burn.
I asked them, how they want them to dress for those badges. How soon are you planning on getting them?
I wanna do it before you leave.
Yeah, I saw you, okay, while y'all were, I was figuring out, and I went to Darby, trying to go to the parking lot, and I went to Portland, coming down North Drive to Flag.
Mayor. When would be a good time for y'all to take the pictures for those badges?
Do it next council.
Everybody gonna come dressed up?
You dress up, you do the, use those same pictures, you always have to take one for Christmas.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
should have some headshots from Christmas.
I won't be here.
Y'all wanna use the same headshots for Christmas?
Oh, y'all already got that? Okay.
We took them last
I
Christmas.
need.
What kind of background you got?
Oh, it don't have the white background like he talking about the
What kind of background you got?
heat. Oh,
Christmas to
yeah,
Christmas?
it's a Christmas heat.
They hadn't given me a date.
Y'all can do next meeting, just, you can do, like I said, you just do it against the wall.
Okay.
Well, they told me, they told me I was.
Our next meeting,
Nothing to eat at, drink after midnight.
so on the 15th,
What got me is.
I gotta get a time, because if I don't have a time. then they- What time on the 15th for the next meeting? What time do you wanna have the pictures taken? Cause it's for the council members and all, their department heads, basically.
I mean, only thing we doing with these, unless you wanna do them later on, it's just the clerk, the council. the mayor.
Oh, okay.
You get cleaned out, or you really don't do it.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is the thing, Councilman Focal said he may not,
Probably will be here,
so.
both had knee replacement money.
Oh.
So
Yeah, Jesus.
You can take his picture
Yeah.
of your iPhone. and take-
Yeah,
I don't
you
do
come back this
iPhones.
week or something. You have to take it against one of you all.
That's what I'm saying, you know, since he'll be out on Monday. You know, we can take it today and then we can put that stuff.
You wanna come back? Like, sometimes this week you wanna come back?
We probably
Okay,
We'll have a look shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have
Yeah.
one before and then one after.
So.
Well, I keep bucket, you know, they really say, well, picture, remember me.
And I was gonna say solid colors work better.
Huh?
Solid colors. No, like, yeah, like white shirt, blue shirt, whatever it is. And then whatever color tie you wear. The tie can be colorful if you want to, but at least a solid type shirt. So that way it'll go good with your skin color. And then if we need to brighten it up, illuminate it, it'll make it really look really, really good.
I don't do iPhone.
What you got?
Android.
Okay.
That is
Samsung?
23. Samsung Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, you take really
I got like 3 cameras on the back.
good. And then what you can do is take two or three of the same picture. So that way, so somebody blank or something like that,
Mhm.
that way we make sure we got enough.
Okay,
And then you just upload. Send it to us.
Did we vote on tax holiday? We supposed to.
the tax holiday,
Oh.
it's a permanent resolution in their system.
Oh, we used to vote on it every year.
It's
I
already,
mean, we used to vote on it every year.
so in that resolution, it's one in there for every year. The way y'all worded it is
Okay,
approved for
that's
every
fine.
year.
I just, if it said, somebody asked me, I said, I don't remember that mostly.
Yeah, it's in there. They always send us a letter when it's time.
But I know for years, we voted on it every year.
Mhm.
Pretty much. One big period. Always was over a certain time. For each.
This is what the digital form is gonna look like.
Okay.
And, it's got all the structures on the thing, and then the organization. Set so that. Person name, title, address. I just got all of them, but they can put whatever number they want there, but we just listed as office, and then after that, just add the text photo.
Okay.
So we got a real simple thing. Only thing we doing with this first thing. If y'all like me, I'll say, all I employees. And it's whatever cost of be, which is still real smart. Y'all.
Okay.
You messing with our wonderful. If I say, but I just want to take care of y'all. I'll take it.
All right. Thank you.
But I don't know.
They thought somebody was checking.
6 weeks.
I'm really gonna miss my today. Don't mind, hey, if I need that, I'll be on.
That's it. Unless they want to spend some more money.
So I don't give it to you. Like 20,000.
Yeah, it's 20.
I need to go through and make sure. Bring that in the thing. The big thing probably with this is what the soil city. Make sure that they see everything that's supposed to do. Make sure the breakfast, documentation. If it's any problem, I'll let y'all know.
Okay.
But I'm
Do you want a bank statement too?
Huh?
You want a bank statement?
Yeah.
For that?
But say, but I think it.
It's after my retirement.
I just want to pay before you leave.
Okay.
And I can take time. But yeah, you don't have to rush. Come back. I can have all that.
Okay. All right.
Mayor Andrew. Did you need anything else from me? Y'all good?
I think you got it.
All right. Okay, I'll see y'all later.
See you later.
All right.
Be safe.
And on the picture, y'all can smile if you want to, man. So, yeah. And I told her she gonna take like 3 pictures so that way we'll get the best out of the 3. That'll work good. But thank y'all so much. All right.
See you later.
Time is now 4:50. Like to go ahead and call our public hearing to order. We begin with the invitation by Mr. Roy.
Our Father, it once again, O Heavenly Father, we come with our head and our heart. And not know God, the pure God, beside you, there none else. O Heavenly Father, we ask you to continue to bless each and every one of us, O Heavenly Father. Bless every man, woman, boy, and girl, O Heavenly Father. Bless this council, O Heavenly Father. Give them the leadership that they seek, O Heavenly Father. Bless our first responders, O Heavenly Father, who put their life on the line, protect us, O Heavenly Father. Keep them in your care, O Heavenly Father, for we realize there's no better care to be in, O Heavenly Father. And Heavenly Father, lift up this city, O Heavenly Father, so other cities around us will be running to see what's going on in Monroe, because you are leading us and guiding us in the right direction, and we'll be ever so careful to give you the glory and the praise. We ask it all in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Deacon. Pledge of allegiance, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The purpose of this public hearing is to consider the read and degree of faith.
That's right.
Okay, are there anyone present here to have any comments? Okay. There being no comments from the public, do I have a motion to approve the read between the pages? Do I have a second? Okay, any discussion? There being none, all in favor? All right. Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn that public hearing? Motion to adjourn the public hearing. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? All right. Okay. The next item on the agenda is do I have a motion to call a public hearing to address the Monroeville alcoholic beverage retail license application, and that is going to be for Diamond Mark. Do I have a motion to?
Oh, you don't have to call the public hearing, Mayor. You just go into your public hearing.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that being the case, we do have an application for an alcoholic beverage retail license application. This is for Diamond Mark, which is located on Alabama 21 South. There any comments from for this public hearing? There being no comments, do I have a motion to approve the application for the Monroeville alcoholic beverage retail license application by Diamond Mark? Make a motion. Do I have a second?
Second
Okay. Any discussion?
question, does that currently have? In the store?
We did approve one time before because of the proximity to the school. But that does not cover by ordinance wise, it's a category restriction, but it was brought up one time before. Any other questions? There being none, all in favor?
All the other ones down through there.
Yeah.
And 84,
Oh, now,
question on that, the ordinance says you cannot have any visible public, visible display of advertising. Either outside the building or on the windows of the building. There are some establishments that have that. And the one in particular is, the one in by, we got Jet Pit. You know, like Arby's do not have it, or Walmart or any other establishments that sell it. But that it was in the ordinance, there could not be any visible advertising of the alcoholic beverage products that's being sold inside. You know, that's something. You might, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, somebody brought that to my attention, I remember that,
you said Jet Pit. Or.
I think it's Valero now.
yeah, Valero, yeah, okay, that one, they got it plastered all over that, on the windows. Well, that was one of the original things, you cannot advertise in original ordinance. People don't figure out if you got it. It's not a question, but they're gonna find out word for it. Well,
We take the vote, Jim?
Yes, sir.
We did.
No, you have to. You hadn't took it yet.
Oh, okay. All in favor?
No, nobody motioned for it though.
Yeah.
I didn't have a, yeah,
Oh, you talking about to adjourn? No,
yeah, to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Okay, I'll say, okay. Any questions? No questions, all in favor? And get the motion on the approval of the license, that's what, okay. Here we go. That was for Michael Lester.
We can do, bro. I don't know. I don't remember if it's packing it, this view or something, how it was. But whenever he pulled that code, somebody came, pull it quiet. Pull that thing.
That's.
Says, but I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do one of them. That's all I got, but he threw. I put that. Bad.
You know, talking about electrical vehicles, a while back, there was a lady last week, I think it was. She
No,
took her Mercedes.
Same one as
to the car, took her Mercedes
Same one as
shop,
I-
and they lost her Mercedes electric vehicle, pulled it in the garage, and broke down.
And that was a week after that, now, some years, they want to, recently, yeah, those, you know, everything. They think they can't even get it, we are black, they could even discriminate. Out there. What do you say, oh, but you're back, all of it. That was, we started, we had a glass, stop, you know, I mean, it's a phone, I think we said that phone. There was that, it is, it's about 34 weeks.
I said, you have to run a whole different.
I see that. And I kind of hear the early here, but he's obviously pretty good. For example, and he will get one of those. I always think the right.
Well, then you try to start to support them guys. About that. We'll see. Yeah.
Better than that. Time being 5 o'clock, I'd like to call the regular session of the council meeting of the city of Monroe to order. We already had an invitation. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for the work session and held on July 18th, 2023, at 4 p.m. as well as the regular session. Regular meeting is held on July 18th, 2023 at 5 p.m. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Make that motion. Do I have a second? Second. Okay. Any questions? There being none, all in favor? At this point, I have a request for the privileges of the board, Ms. Laura Pelham. I will entertain Ms. Pelham's presentation.
My turn.
Ms. Pelham, according to the rules for privileges of the board, you have 5 minutes.
I timed it.
Yes, ma'am. And also, wherever presented to the council may not take any action on it, they go to the series.
That's all right.
Okay.
Right, everybody a copy? I figured I'd get nervous, so they everybody a copy.
You gonna start?
That's, I was looking for it. Thank you. My name is Dora Pelham, and I own a house at 122 East Kennedy Circle in Monroeville. I'd like to take a moment to address a concern that I have regarding an overcharge that has been made on my water bill since 2019. I have chosen to appear before you because it states on the water bill that the City Hall will answer any questions that are concerning the issue. And after reporting it 3 times to the waterworks, my bill is still not changed. And right down here at the bottom of the bill is where it says that the city will answer all the questions that are sent that a water user might have. I bought the house at 122 East Kennedy Circle in August of 2019. The first month's water bill included a $25 charge for garbage. From then until March of 2021, it stayed $25. In March 2021, my charge for garbage increased $2. And then again in June, another $2, bringing the current service charge $29. I asked about the bills at the Monroeville Waterworks office and was told that I had 2 trash cans the whole time that I hadn't had water. I explained that I never had 2 trash cans and that this overcharge needed to be corrected and refunded. I understood from them that audits had been done regularly, but they didn't help my situation because they did not see the discrepancy during the audit And as for informing who is responsible for assisting in these matters, they couldn't say. I have 2 houses in town and the bills are always different amounts. I had not inquired into the different garbage bills because of that. It was explained early on that bills differ because there is different equipment at each house. If I might add, having the number of cans that a person is being billed for on the billing statement would have helped everyone. I've been unable to get a refund for the overcharge by going to the city hall and to the Monroeville Waterworks office because they both say they don't know anything about remitting overcharges and they are not responsible. It wasn't common knowledge to the individual that I asked help from as to who is responsible for making this right. This is the 3rd month that I questioned the fraudulent charges for 2 cans. At the moment, my bill is still wrong. 1 can is plainly visible in the driveway. I don't have 2 cans. I don't know what to do, and I'm asking the council's consideration and assistance on this matter because it says on the water bill, that's who I should get in contact with. Now, please do, when you get home, or even right now, I have copies. See on the back where it says, all new customers and account transfers need to go to City Hall to sign up for garbage collection service. All garbage questions should be directed to the city clerk. Now, I have 3 requests that I'm making. The first one is, please put the number of cans you're charging for on the water bill. The second of all, make a decision about who in this town is responsible for mediating water bills. I sometimes have to go 3 times to different people, and every one of them will tell me they are not responsible. The third request that I have is a refund. I have been overcharged 47 months. That's all. Thank you.
Question. Yes. Yes. Question. Yes, question. I understand what the problem is, if it's not, I thought it was no big deal. Now I have 1 garbage can, so I have some of that. But I do know how much it charged, aware of that, so if it was different than that, I probably would notice that. But now, if there's a question of refunding, when I would think that with the minimum, because we should consider the refund first, I don't know what others think, would be at the time that you made some issue of it. I mean, if they're going back, there may be a question of people on that as well. You know, buyer beware kind of attitude on that, and I understand some of that. May have should have known, but didn't know, and it's not necessarily your fault. But at the point in time that you have said something about it, I feel that something should have been done from there, either 3 months, 6 months, a year, or whatever it is.
Well, I only noticed it 3 months ago.
Okay.
And the thing that bothers me on this is that if I don't pay, they'll cut off my water.
Shut up your water, yeah.
And I don't have recourse as a private citizen to help myself in any way.
There's a water board in there right there.
Have you been to the water board to talk about this?
No, I haven't, because of it saying on the water bill that I'm to go to the town council.
But maybe you might need to come and meet with us.
I've been to the water company every month for the last 3 months, and they always send me to here.
Miss Pelham, that house is in District 1, and I'll be glad to meet with you and resolve that. I'm sorry, I
Thank
didn't know you
Well,
had a problem.
I didn't know, I never thought to tell you.
That's fine.
All right.
I'll bring a recommendation back if there's a refund in order of it.
I appreciate anything I can get. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bell. The time is now 5:09. We will proceed with the agenda. The first item on the agenda is resolution 2023-08-001. The project number IER 05000013. Do I have a motion to approve this resolution, which is for the paving of the site for Monroeville Drive? Second. Okay, it's been moved with second. Any questions? There being none, all in favor? Aye. Okay. The next item on the resolution is the approval of the separation of Kanye Barton from public works. Okay, do I have a second? Second. Okay, that move is properly second. Any questions? There being none, all in favor? Okay, the next item on the agenda is the approval of the separation of Canadian Foundation from public works. Do I have a motion approving the separation of Canadian Foundation? Make a motion. Do I have a second? Second. Any questions? There being none, all in favor? Aye. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the approval of the promotion of a Darius Clausell to full-time labor and full-time temporary at 11.9 an hour. Do I have a motion to approve the promotion of the Darius Clausell? Do I have a second? Any questions? There being none, all in favor? This one will come here. You will hear it. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the approval of the new hire of Raquel Sigler as full-time temporary as a laborer with public works at 10.95 an hour. Do I have a motion to approve the hiring of Raquel Sigler at 10.95 an hour? So do I have a second? Second. Any questions? Being none, all in favor? Okay, the next item on the agenda is the approval of the new hire of Marquise Anderson Jr. as full-time temporary as a laborer with public works at 10.95 an hour. Do I have a motion approving the hire of Keith Anderson Jr.? Do I have a second? All in favor? Okay, the next item on the agenda is the approval of the new hire of Nathan Miles as an equipment operator one with public works at 12.25 an hour. Do I have a motion approving the hire of Nathan Miles as equipment operator? Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Okay, the next item I have on the agenda is approval of resolution 2023-08-002, saying that we agree a date abatement public hearing. When would the date be?
It's in that resolution. It's in the resolution. I'm not sure.
Steve, it'll be the first city council meeting and that's
September 5th. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve setting a public hearing for September 5th, 2023 at 4:55 p.m. for weed and debris abatement?
So,
Do I have a second?
I think it-
Any questions? There being none, all in favor? The next item on the agenda is the approval of the separation of Michael Lambert from police department. Do I have a motion of approving the separation of Michael Lambert from the police department?
That's a little.
Do I have a second? Any questions? If not, all in favor?
All right.
The next item on the agenda is the approval of the new hire of Austin Taylor Smith as a full-time recruit police officer with Monroe Police Department at $16.70 an hour. Do I have a motion approving the hire of Mr. Austin Taylor as a full-time recruit police officer?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second? Second. Any questions? There being none, all in favor?
Lieutenant House, where does that put us? After he's hired, how many patrol officers?
Once we get him and the other recruit back from the academy, I think we'll still have proper 4 slots open.
Okay, now this will be the 20th time that we make. First item that I have concerns the rental of the old outlet mall. That the to Jamie Brown and Mr. McDonald. And it requires that we do an ordinance along with signing of the lease. So do I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2023-08001?
Mayor, you have to suspend the rules on ordinances.
Oh, okay. Do I have a motion to suspend the rules? Do I have a second? Thank you. All in favor? Now. This ordinance 2023-08001 was drafted by city attorney, and it's for the lease of storage space and paid at the old outlet mall in Wood Road. The terms to include as a month lease, $200 per month. Storage of the hay, old convicts, and other terms can be reviewed at City Hall. So do I have a motion to approve ordinance 2023-08001? Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? There being none, all in favor? The next item that I have has to do with the police department and principal. Due to a shortage of manpower, we have had several hours accumulated from the chief them to lieutenants and investigators on property. And due to their coming up on the point of time where it's probably not feasible to be able to take this time or carry it over due to leave considerations. I would entertain the motion to pay for the compensatory time to the appropriate individuals at the police department. Due to a shortage of manpower. Do I have a motion to approve the ban of respiratory plan for the police department? And the chief will state that it is within our ability. So, do I have a second? Any question? Basically, what I'm just going to do that I don't, it's not, they don't pay anything enough time. Not taken off, where they have accumulated content, right, and that's what it does, if they, the excess compensatory time, they have worked beyond what they were doing before. And it's probably short. Any other questions? Yes, not all in favor. The next item that I have on the agenda that came up has been for it's Melvin Smith, who's has completed probation for the position as assistant city clerk. And her anniversary date has come up and has been recommended for her for a one-step pay raise. Do I have a motion to approve a one-step pay raise for Ms. Melvin Smith?
Yes,
It's been moved in second. Any questions? There being none, all in favor? Next item that I have on my list is the issue of truck parking at the old outlet mall and the accumulation of old tires and trash. And I would like the council to, in the form of a motion, authorize me to get the letters to them to have that situation addressed within the next 30 days, and if not, then we'll take it off. So do I have a motion authorizing us to address the issue of the truck parking at the old outlet? So do I have a second? Second. All in favor? We also had an issue that came up with Ms. Leslie Pink. And what the situation was is that in November of 2022, she had requested through the Port Department that a dumpster be located at the business address.
So she requested through us for the dumpster to go to the to her location of business. The water board has been charging her since November, and she hasn't had the dumpster because Republic didn't deliver it.
And so what she is asking for is a credit.
Yeah, that's the only way we can do it, is a
Right.
credit.
Does she understand that?
We told her. She's not happy about it. Not with us, with Republic.
The issue though, the issue came from the public.
Yeah.
So we might have to go back and address that with the public. No, it is because they never delivered the dumpster until what, last week?
Mhm.
So. she was being
So that
charged.
we're charging us for the dumpster. the entire time.
We're still paying.
So I would entertain a motion to provide Ms. Leslie Thankfully for a credit for services not received by the Republic. For services not received that have been charged to us by the Republic. Or charged. I do need to word this.
Well, they were charged to us. Then, but it was Republic's fault, but we'll be actually reimbursing her.
Will be issued her credit, can't reimburse.
Yeah, a credit.
So the motion is to read that we approve to issue a credit.
To Ms. Leslie Finkley.
Leslie Finkley, uh,
That-
services not received
Mhm,
for dumpster service. But
mhm. I still think the public should eat that, but. it's not my
They're
opinion.
saying they won't.
I didn't ask them.
we gotta get to that point. Discussing that point. Okay. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? The next item on the agenda would be approval of the rent waiver for J&L Industrial Services in the amount of, it is $15,341 some cent. For a mobile office that had to be rented due to issues of mildew and other health concerns. At the incubator building for a period of what, 9 months? Thanks, okay. So do I have a motion to credit J&L Industrial Services $15,343.91?
And that's what we asked them to do, and they met their requirements.
Yes, sir, they came back and provided all of the invoices. Awesome. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
So we're not waiving rent, right? We're just crediting them.
Yes.
Okay. So cutting a check to them.
No.
Cutting a check, or are you crediting
No,
their,
we just credit that off their rent,
okay,
Right, still rent. Right. They're, for, however months, I guess we've been charged of the rent, they're giving them credit.
I mean, I think that was a reasonable request, was to get credit somehow, so.
Right. Train. Okay. The last item I had is that I received a call from the Board of Equalization today. I don't, I had made it to us, but anyway, they were asking for a person to be appointed to serve on the board to, and trying to get a response by Friday. I went back and I checked, and Mr. Aaron White, was the term that was in question. And I consulted with Mr. White, and he agreed that he would continue to serve in that position. So do I have a motion to approve Mr. Aaron White, to serve on the Board of Equalization?
I think we ought to give a lot of question.
Do I have a motion?
I think when we discussed before, we were gonna wait to see if we can come up with a name that was in full city limits in Monroe. And a problem there might, but if we don't have a representative on that board, if we have the opportunity to have everybody on the board, not be an interest, I think we could get Monroe City. So I will,
are y'all gonna have it to me before Friday though?
why don't we
We can push for time.
I mean,
It's them. That's not
kind of-
me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a big problem, it's not typical people now.
You've not notified.
Exactly. So, it's not, the world won't end if it's
Where I
a
won't
week
be
or
there,
two later.
we'll have one person report. Now, if y'all agree to do this, it's fine, I have no real problem.
It's the length of term. So
At least 5 years.
it's a long time.
I just think we have opportunity to have a representative to represent you, and he would probably represent it.
I would entertain any names and council to provide me. And I can at least talk to them Thursday and Friday. To see if they can do that.
If we, with that in, I guess we could go with the fact that if you don't, then we will set. I get that.
All right, but this is. Just take the motion like this, that the council you know, approve the nomination of Mr. Aaron White to guide a agreeable self, an agreeable nomination of another person is provided.
Can we fix this at the next council meeting?
I think we gotta wait for the next council meeting, I think it's just.
Not that I have a problem with Mr. White again.
Yeah, I don't.
It's gonna be too late.
When you're having.
I'm good going. I'm just going off of what they told me today. I can't do nothing about it.
I have no knowledge now.
Tell him I should have gave us more time. Yeah. And it would help maybe if we have an accurate voters list that you can send to the council, so we be reminded of names in the city. That we could list them.
Well, I don't have a list of people, because I don't know nothing about the board.
No, I mean, city voters, like from the last election.
Okay,
Yeah, nothing.
election for this board or election for this board?
No, no,
Or just some boards? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It
Okay,
should be residents of cities.
okay. Did tell y'all to nominate yesterday?
I think you
Did
did
tell y'all to
good.
nominate yesterday?
No, thank you.
You own 2 pieces of property in Monroe.
What time of day is that? In the year?
Hey, there's another person right back there. Paul in.
Yeah.
I made a motion to call in. You hear this discussion or you been paying?
One week away from being governor of the state. And 1 year.
Does that have anything to do with this?
Has a lot to do with what my wife. Yeah, I think that I
So,
appreciate you.
Meetings are during the day or at night or? People are working on. When did you meet? During the day or night? Or?
I think the main part of it is right now. I mean, I know I had to go to, I went to one of their meetings, I wasn't on it, but I mean, I went before. And it was a daytime thing while they were at their thing, but, I think when they send a notice of that 1st of July, or whatever it is, that until October is when the primary discussion, if there's discussion. And in the case of this, basically, the office there took care of it. I mean, I don't know. If they can't answer the question, then they have to go forward.
Think in terms of people at work, you know.
Yeah.
I meet during the day, and may eliminate some people.
Well, I knew nothing about it. I even tried to call Jess Stinson. She knew nothing about it. So I'm kind of in the dark.
Wayne Munson would answer that probably quicker than anybody would probably do it, of course.
Well, she said the revenue commissioner office had sent it to me.
Yeah.
And.
Wayne Munson's an appraiser. Actually, got hired somebody, I think, as an assistant or replacing him. I'm not sure, but they got another person in there.
I went over there today and I asked about it, and the lady that was there, she was the one that pulled up. Based on what they told me out of Montgomery this morning. And at first they were saying Aaron White, but it's not Aaron White, it's
Aaron White.
And so that's when I went over and I asked about it. I didn't even have no contact information. She gave me contact. So, you know, I can see it call, but, I guess we just have to inform in the morning. You know, that it would be the next council meeting.
So what are y'all voting on right now?
Most of the tables. Yeah. Do I have a second on the table? Okay, all in favor? Okay. That is Okay, that is all I have. Councilman Booth?
I was gonna ask, Tim on the house at East Wiggins and North Mount Pleasant, is it on one of the
Yes,
list? And also the New South and West Wiggins, okay, thank you.
Okay. Councilman Booth? Councilman Booth? Councilman Booth?
Do we have any luck with getting, the board to give us any numbers on how many people are having two garbage bills, garbage being charged of them versus what, the public is charging us?
Okay, get it straight. It is, the one thing I do know is that there's 1,980 cans of which being charged for a single resident. They also have on there that there's 208 additional. This is what shows up on water. But, you know, how many people, actually have cans?
How many are the water board billing, if they're billing 200 or something, or a number less?
That's the question I'm trying to get answered.
So those numbers you gave were the public numbers or what?
Those are the numbers that come off of the bill that,
Republic. This Republic.
and I asked if the Republic had a way that when they, how did they come back with those numbers? And, cause I thought they had something in the truck that tallied every time that they do it, they don't, they just pick up cans and bill based on what's there. You know, I don't know, it's not broken out on the bill that the water king sends to us. How many,
And they should know how many they bill.
they ran into a similar situation with the county about a year ago. And they actually did a ride around audit. They had the truck driver and Jeff Griffin had
Mike,
somebody
you did that
following.
last year. You did that here,
A couple of years ago, we done that.
Yeah. And now there's a water board person right there, and she ought to be able to get that answer for it.
But maybe I can.
So they just send
Some
a
people
check
do
with
have
no
2 and 3 cans.
description of the reports.
That's
Mhm.
what we
The only
know.
thing we have listed on there is
Really
commercial.
charged to the dish- yeah, are we, if we are getting charged. for
No,
this,
from
one, then
the
that ain't
public.
right. We may not be getting charged.
They don't give you a breakdown of everything.
Mhm. None at all.
Now, I could have two out there and they pick them up and not be charged for. it. But they can pick them up, but then again, I could have another, one out there and be charged for two.
So we would like the water board, when they send us a check to say, including text number of residential cards. And so
Yeah.
many.
I mean, they got, they're billing it somehow, so they have to.
Right.
But,
To
I
check
mean,
to see how many.
that may be a total different answer to the question. The question, the first is, number one, what Republic's charges, which we just found that out. And then what the water board is billing. I mean, they're billing, so they somewhere they got in their records, but I mean, they're billing has got to be garbage. cans.
Yeah.
the last time the public had an increase, we gave, yeah, for residents. So, talking to Roger the other day, we were talking that we can look for at least a 5% increase. So,
If we can find out what Monroeville Waterworks is doing, can we also get them when they send that, how many cans they're billing for? Can they send the address too? So we have that.
Fine.
I thought we was talking, they just take care of the other part.
They do take care of the billing part, but they don't tell us.
So what I'm saying that we should have had something in our file and that they file.
Yeah,
So what,
but I'm getting that.
but what they've been doing is charging for trash when they turn on water, even if the can is there or not. Even if it's a dumpster there or not. So we have, our records don't match right now.
See, we just went back and rectified that. So, because I was telling about, we going to, we complete the form. They have to come to here to the city hall. They complete the form, for the number of cans or whatever they're requesting. Whether it is a new service,
Mhm.
a transfer service, or discontinuing service. Also on the form has to do with whether or not it needs to be a repair or replace.
Mhm.
And those information, and what we did on that is that the public have agreed to give us at least 10 cans of public work. So if you have a problem with one being the repair or there's a new, issuance, or, if somebody turns off the water, see, that's the other thing, we don't know when you can turn the water off. So we still get charged for cans. So that's the best way I can understand it. I don't know.
A good example is Leslie, the one that y'all just voted on. Because they turned water on at her place of business, but the dumpster was never there, so they just immediately started charging for the dumpster.
So that's gonna be Roger talk there, right? That's
Yeah.
Roger talk, so.
Yeah.
On a residential. There,
As long as somebody called and told me to bring it.
yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was already reported,
Well, that's why we changed the process. Right.
because we can't tell when Republic's gonna deliver the trash can or the dumpster. And we can't tell when Monroeville Waterworks is gonna turn the water on or off, or billing for what. Well, we resolved that issue by getting them to come straight to us when they're about to have a new service or they're transferring water, and then we need to know if it's a trash can there already.
That's what that's the purpose of it, because some places, they transfer service. And whatever they had on their document, is what they charge for. And in some cases, we don't know if it's, when the person is there, if they had 2 cans and they don't want 2 cans. Then we got the form filled out, that one of those cans has to be picked up. We keep a copy, the public gets a copy, and they take the original back to the board. So,
And that's great. Hopefully it got a chance to make it go forward.
at one piece.
But right now,
Others.
right now, they are billing people, and they got a total of how many people they bill at 2 garbage cans. And that information should be reasonably attainable. We know what Republic charges us for 2 garbage cans. So we got that to match up with them, but the water board got that information if they'll give us that information.
It would be nice if Republic would list out the residential list that they have too.
Yeah.
Cause we don't know what Monroeville Waterworks is actually billing.
Yeah.
Like what residents has 1, 2 trash cans, 3, or if they paying for the trash cans at all.
But that's what I'm saying, that on that part, that we should know that here. So the building is coming from the water work. But if anybody has a trash can, that should come from here. So we need to be able to match up our trash can with their building.
But it
Some
got,
kind of way.
Yeah.
it got
Another
messed
issue
up.
another issue you're gonna have, just say, I move out the current house
Mhm.
Monday, and somebody else move in the house Wednesday. That's another gap. Because you got somebody new move there, and they got a can, and they have 2 cans there. And so that's another gap you run into. So you gotta have somebody with a full-time job to keep up all that. That's a lot.
Why don't we invite maybe at the next meeting, like Sabrina or William to come and let's talk about this. And get what you think that would be, maybe we might have to.
We gonna invite Republic too, cause they need to be here too.
Invite everybody.
Yeah.
I get it.
I know you can answer this question. It's a big gap.
Let's invite them all. So we can get it straight.
And the language on the back of the water bill is pretty pointed too. I don't know if y'all ever looked at it, but it basically says, get the crap out of here and go to City Hall.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not our problem.
Yeah.
In a sense, we created it, it's not our problem. So we don't
Maybe
deal.
Yeah.
We want the easy way out, let them deal it, and also give them opportunity to have the power of cutting water off if they don't pay the garbage. I mean, it's a win in one way and it's a loss in another.
Was there ever But I don't know when all this was actually when I was here. Was there ever an agreement that was done that specified who was doing what?
Yes. The city hall always handle it, but I'm talking about it, John. I don't know, it should be.
I can't find
It
out.
should be in the contract.
I can't find out one document saying how they did this.
It's not reflecting.
No, William Snyder, well, is that his name, last name? He don't have nothing on it either.
It would help the citizens,
Yeah.
they could take care of it in one stop, and
Mhm.
make more
Yeah.
stops, you know.
Yes. I mean, there's problems with it, but there's a reason for doing it. One is that you got the power, somebody with tendency not to pay a garbage bill before they not pay a water bill and run one up, and then you gotta get in the collection and we got a garbage can out, and then what you gonna do if it don't get picked up and on that line? You got the power of the water being cut on and off with the garbage tied in. And then somebody doing the collection and saying one quick and switch, a bill goes out and has both of them on. That's why it's done like it's done.
We just need to invite them to the next meeting and let them talk about it.
All we had is,
Right, yeah.
just have a meeting and.
That's why.
I was gonna say, y'all gonna start this meeting early.
So what?
Y'all gonna start that meeting early.
We just get-
Cause it's gonna have a,
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, we need to.
when would y'all like to do this?
So what-
When would y'all like to do this?
what we're doing. At the next meeting.
Okay, the next meeting, you're gonna have to start this way early then.
Okay, well, the first meeting in September.
Mhm. The first, that's what I'm saying, if you do it during a regular meeting, you're gonna have to start the work session earlier than 3:30, cause it's a lot to go through.
I think we can do a separate day.
Y'all just let me know when.
Well, we drove this on for a long time, so if there's an opportunity to talk to somebody at the water board and then get somebody, the public to see when they do it, they may say, we don't want to do it, too, so. We can't make them, I guess, but then maybe we can.
Can you make contact with them to see when can they come?
Mhm.
She'll make contact.
Go that route of seeing what,
Yes.
we need to work this out, what's your suggestion when we meet?
So she's gonna make them.
We wait 2 weeks, 4 weeks, that's at this point in time, it is not that critical, but. One is you're heading in the right direction, the future with what you're doing, we just gotta figure out what we're gonna do with this past.
I'm trying to stop the bleed.
Yeah, we got, yeah, that's good work.
That's what I'm trying to do, stop the bleed, then come back and see how we straighten up this. Chief Black. Lieutenant. Mike. Group. Smith. Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No.
Could I ask one question before we adjourn? Would it, this, Ms. Finkley, she got a credit for payment for the service that she never got. Could I get a credit for the 47 months? Toward my one garbage can?
You can't discuss that right now because she had privileges of the floor.
Okay. Could I come back next month?
The council, let you talk with Al first, and then we can go from there, you may have a recommendation.
Okay, there being no further business for the city council, city of Monroe, but entertain a motion to,
Motion, we adjourn this meeting, and roll to.
okay, I have a second. All in favor?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Did I give you a copy of the letter? Sorry about my writing my notes on here,
Fine,
but that's the letter. I read. I guess I was one short.
it's okay.
Thank you.
you.
I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, Liz, or do you know where?
Business.
I think Liz knows, yeah, Liz knows where it's at. Just speak with you.
Yeah, I was sitting in the back.
Sorry. I think I was actually having some brain hicks while I was in
Grandma's one time. I
I
sat
did.
down, so I was on